everyone turned their back on me. Everyone that was, oh, we are a family. We're here for each other. God is love. God is grace. Oh, but not to gays. Not to gays.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so what's transpired since? Because I always find that fame changes everything.
Oh, oh, you mean now how they all crawl up my ass?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
I
like,
mean,
I'm like, wait, I'm like, do you forget how you treated me? Because I didn't. I
yeah.
remember this very vividly. How all of a sudden do
Yeah.
you not remember how awful you were to
Uh-huh.
me?
Uh-huh.
And I've recently cut off a large chunk of my family because I was done. Kind of their certain political affiliation was just the final freaking straw for me. When literally I sent them a long text one day talking about how, the current administration with only one day left, um, it's literally the Republican Party's agenda. It's public that they are trying to reverse gay marriage. I'm like, they're literally trying to reverse my marriage of 17 years. They're trying to make it where I can't adopt children. But here you guys are. You're so excited to be aunts to my kids when I have them. Well,
Yeah.
wait, no, no, no. You don't get to vote for politicians who are trying to take away my rights to have kids, but then get to enjoy being an aunt to my kids.
Mm.
And one of them who who of course right now, unfortunately, like her partner has horrible lung cancer, and I've been in a large way supporting them financially. Of course, she's the one that responds, my vote is my vote. Stop trying to bully me into my vote. Just leave me alone. I was like, oh, leave you alone. Well, you sure keep cashing those checks every month. You still keep accepting those big care packages of marijuana that I send for your spouse to help him through chemo. Oh, you like that democratic policy of marijuana. But so I was just like, you
Yeah.
know what? I'm done. I'm done with you guys, loving, telling everybody how your nephew's famous and loving, allowing your nephew to take you all over the world on these trips, but not even supporting your nephew's marriage and the right to have kids and the
Mm-hmm.
right to exist with a vote.
Mm-hmm.
A vote's really not that hard of a thing to support someone on. And so I was just like, you know what? I'm done. My family, my entire life has done nothing but hurt me and disappoint me. And I'm like, wait a minute, why am I still trying to buy their love?
Mm.
Okay, can I tell you?
Uh,
Oh, this is such a theme, Bobby. I'm so glad we're digging in deep. So, I've lived my life. I feel like just being like, please like me, please like me, please like me. And you just suck so much ass. And we're
yeah,
like choking. And the truth is, um, when you step away and you set your boundaries and you realize that you have to love yourself more and
yeah,
that we can't keep chasing these people around like puppy dogs, hoping that they'll love us because
yeah,
there are so many people that will without it.
yeah. At first it was trying to earn their love by being successful.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was, oh, well, buy them things, take them
Mm-hmm.
on trips. And then I realized one day what I was doing. I'm like, I, I'm, I'm trying to buy their love. And I'm trying to show them this life. My life
Mm-hmm.
is normal. Honestly, my marriage has lasted longer than anyone in my families
Yeah.
except for my mom and dad's.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was literally about, well, yeah, it was in November where I was just like, you know what,
Yeah.
I'm done. We're done.
I
I,
had
I literally even blocked my sister on iMessage. She can't even text me.
I know what that's like.
Wow.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
I know what that's like.
Somebody.
I had to do the same thing,
It's,
Bobby. I think it was actually in November too, and I said,
It
"You are
was.
bad for my health, and I just can't anymore." And that's it. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm
Somebody asked me the other day. They're like, "Oh, do you have siblings?" I'm like, "Yeah, I had an older sister."
Oh my
And they're like, "Oh, did she pass?" And I go, "No, she voted for Trump."
Oh my God. Okay, so mine wasn't politically connected. Mine was just I just I tried and 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 tried. And it was
it's
wearing on
it's
my health
not
and I couldn't.
it's not that it was just politically connected, because the thing about a vote for, and I'm not even going to say his name, but a vote for that person, that wasn't politics. That's just a vote for evil. That is a vote for destruction. That is a vote, definitely not a vote for unity. So I'm like, you are voting for somebody who is literally ripping our country apart and setting the most awful example, destroying our democracy, destroying what morals are. And here's this whole religious group that teaches morals and this and the Bible, and then, oh, but hey, we're going to get behind this guy that literally represents everything opposite of that just so we can get some judges, in there. And it's just so hypocritical that I'm like, this wasn't about politics. This was about right and wrong. And you chose wrong. And I can't have somebody in my life that thinks that way. Like I block people on social that come at me with that shit that are strangers. Why would I allow my family to do it too? Like, you don't get a free ride just because you're my family. Like, if anything, you get the opposite of that with how you've treated me throughout the years.
Yeah. I always feel like
So
we give
I,
families so
it,
many extra passes, and then at
yeah,
some
like
point you just got to draw the line.
it makes me sad because I know it like breaks my mom's heart that I won't speak to my sister. But I'm just like, and my mom was at my house back in November, and I explained to her what I said to you earlier, that I'm like, what, I'm tired of feeling like all I'm doing is trying to buy their love and never getting it. I'm tired of hearing them posting on their social when they see me in a magazine and this and that. But I'm like, oh, but you don't support who I am.
Mm-hmm.
You just enjoy flaunting who I've become.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm done allowing that to hurt me. And I honestly feel way better.
I totally understand. I
Yeah.
am joyous every day that this person can't hurt me anymore. And I think that that
Yeah.
is a really great feeling and a really great boundary to set when you've tried and you've tried and you've tried. I had this conversation with another friend of mine who was having challenges with some friends. And I said, you are literally the little puppy dog that's begging them to like you. I said, they don't deserve you. It is clear. And they're just trying to hurt you at every turn because they know that you are a mirror for everything they will never be. And the jealousy is so massive that, they can't handle it. So they're almost trying to push you out of their lives. And in a weird way, they don't even know they're doing it, but they don't want to be around you either. So guess what? They don't deserve you. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be appreciated. And your kindness and your generosity needs to be appreciated. So give it to people who deserve it and deserve you. And it sounds like you're doing exactly the same thing.
I laid it out to my sister this way. I go, so this administration is trying to take away my right to marry, take away my right to have kids, take away my rights to not be fired for being gay, and take away my rights literally for medical attention if a doctor finds it against his religion to treat a gay person. Like, literally, this is life and death for me. So how would you feel if a president said, hey, I'm going to make it legal for people that have brown hair and brown eyes, which my sister does, to be fired for being born with brown hair and brown eyes, and not be able to get married. And if some doctor thinks it's against his religion for brown hair, brown eyed girls to get treated, he can let them die. And I said to you, Shauna, I'm sorry, I just agree with him on so many other things, but good luck. You would look at me with a broken heart going, how can you not be behind me literally my life?
Yeah.
And I thought that got through to her. And then I so stupidly looked at her Facebook the day after the election, and I was like, well, clearly it didn't get through to her. You know who it did get through to, though, is my 80-year-old dad. My 80-year-old cowboy, farmer, country boy dad it got through to him because after the election, he said, "Hey, I want you to know I didn't vote for him just for you. I didn't vote for Biden
Wow.
either, but I didn't vote for him just for you." And
Wow.
yeah, that my parents, my 60 and 80-year-old parents didn't vote for him because they finally chose me over the masses, over everybody in their community of what they thought. They finally chose me. And that's why, out of everybody in my family, my parents are the only one I speak to now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. It's a lot. It's a lot. You know, it's a lot when you have to beg to be loved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or accepted. You know, it's,
Both.
on one hand, I do believe they love me, maybe. But, they don't love me for who I am. They don't really
Yeah.
fully love me.
Yeah, well,
They
they're
love the
limited.
idea of me as long as they don't have to really think about fully what
Mhm.
that means, you know.
Yeah.